Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today we're going to be taking a look at poll 82 and see what the changes are for this. Let's just hop right into it. We didn't want to wait too long to start dropping you updates from the previous quality of life poll 82, so we're starting today with some of the smaller but fantastic improvements. First up, while Nile beasts will remain loud and proud, they will drop a few more nails upon defeat, which should help those savvy Sandfew brewers out there. Next, grab your saw, hammer, and plank sack as we head over to Mahogany Homes. From now on, you will no longer be shown the furniture creation menu to build a particular hotspot if you have the materials already on you. I think this is phenomenal and it's going to make the experience per hour so much better and just make the activity like way better in my personal opinion. Also, as an additional change, we've removed the delay when drinking your much-deserved tea after completing a contract, so you can keep going fast. We have even more quality of life tweaks based on your requests on their way in the coming weeks, like not being prompt to accept the tea to drink, and contractors will have a right-click option to be given the same tier contract you just completed. So while you won't see them today, know there's still more on the way. Honestly, I really like this. It just makes the entire Mahogany Homes such smoother, better. I feel like a lot more people will go check it out instead of the traditional construction training and get that collection log completed. Skull up and get ready as we head to Last Man Standing, but you might want to brace yourself as you'll now see the deadly fog much sooner than before when playing. Previously, it was around 10 minutes until the fog rolled in, but now it will be around 6 minutes. I believe this was because there were so many bots doing Last Man Standing, so now the bots can't hide in corners and the fog will come sooner. Great update. And finally, for those of you helping the spirit anglers keep temperatures at bay, you'll now have a lovely quick start option to get you back into the action sooner. Another just awesome thing. Oh god, we've got the animation spring clean. During our previous game jam, Mod Hend took some time to look over some animations and make them feel more lively and unique. With Dead Man mode over, it's time to spruce up a few animations from several weapons found within the wide world of Gielinor. Before we dive into the more hyped up changes, we know that animation stalling of the Hunter's Crossbow and Sunlight Crossbow has been an issue for some time, so we fixed that bug from happening. No more surprise attacks from those weapons. I think I saw a video about that. I could be wrong. The core of this update, however, gives some of the more iconic special attacks a nice update to make them more unique and hopefully more identifiable. This includes the special attacks from the Void Waker, Morgan's Throwing Axe, Morgan's Javelin, and the Osmond's Fang, which has also had its special attack audio improved, while the model has been updated by Mod West. So this is the new Fang special attack. Let's see what that looks like. Pretty cool. I can't even remember what the old one looked like. Was it just like nothing? And then we've got the Void Waker special attack. Damn, that one looks so cool. I'd love to get that weapon one day on the Iron. Then there's like a video of the sound effect. I'm not going to be showing that here. And while we were at it, the running animation when you are carrying Darok's Great Axe and Soul Reaper Axe has been refreshed. So I guess you just hold it on your shoulders now. It's one of those things where I wish they showed like what it looked like before, because I really can't even think of it right now. As for a few miscellaneous changes, no longer will the trick emote be dragged down by that lone green pixel, and the alignments of special attack animations of the Ancient Mace, Dragon Hasta, and the Soul Reaper Axe have been corrected. We've also removed the 1-tick delay on the returning animation of the Rollo special attack when charged, and the weapon special attack now plays correct animation when used against another player. All right, so there you have it. We hope you enjoyed this small polish to some animations across the game, and who knows, maybe there'll be more in the future. I do like when they add like simple things like this just to make the game feel more lively, you know? Other changes. Tormented demons are less likely to lose interest in the player when they run out of range. If they do happen to lose interest, they will still attack the player correctly if the player re-engages them. The Emberlight now helps cut through the damage reduction effect of Skatizo's altars like the Arclight does. If you've met an Armadillion guard during a treasure trail, it'll now have a small elemental vulnerability to air. The Avatar of Creation and the Avatar of Destruction now have one safe spot within each boss area. If you missed it, the Deadman reward shop is now open for players to use any Deadman points accrued to purchase any of the 4 available items. Items you drop manually to the ground in Fasani's Nightmare fights will now stay there for longer as they do in various other boss instances. For standard herb patches that are in a state where they need attention, such as harvesting or curing, the click zone now covers the full 2x2 patch to ensure easier clicking. Never really noticed that. I guess it only goes on the herb or whatever, right? That's pretty cool. Players can now heat cups of water on a range or fire. Bowls of boiling water can now be poured into empty cups via Make All menu. I guess that's for questing, right? Some trap hotspots are no longer missing from POH dungeons in houses using the Hosidius and Cozy Cabin wall kits. All nice changes in my opinion. Looks like there is a Discord event. Our fantastic volunteer moderation team have already been hosting a range of fun events on our official Discord server, but we've recently expanded our focus on events and server activities farther. For a brief overview, you can now suggest events you'd like to see run through the server via a new suggestions form channel. You can opt into a new events role to get pinged whenever there are any event updates, and you can find all the information around events in the new frequently asked questions channel. So the launch event is a Temperous Run. What is this all about? It's going to be like a mass Temperous world. So it is going to be Saturday, August 10th. Unfortunately, I am busy that day. Time is 8 p.m. BST in world 358. Come and join us this Saturday as our official Discord server chat mods host a Temperous Mass Run event to celebrate the launch of our events category within the server. There'll be a channel in the Discord server set up to chat through the event, and you can also join the in-game friends chat 07 Discord though it's not a requirement. You'll also spot JMods there to cheer you on as we gather to celebrate the occasion. We'll be putting out more information in the upcoming news post with everything you need to know to get involved, so keep your eyes peeled. That's pretty cool. I like that this game does stuff like that, you know? Now for some more kind of serious news, the future of deathmatching. Since the removal of the duel arena back in 2022 to stop activity which we deemed unacceptable in line with our rules, such as real-world trading, players have been pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable to replicate similar activities resembling what was previously available. In October 2022, we made it clear that both community chucking and any staking or dueling with the help of a middleman is not allowed. Now our focus has turned towards deathmatching. Deathmatching is where players fight each other in a PvP match to the death, where high stakes are being gambled on the fight, as the winner gets all the loot and money dropped. This is majority, if not always, linked to real-world trading. I don't know if that's always the case, but definitely a huge part of it, right? Players will agree to use a standard set of equipment and not heal in any way throughout the fight until one player has perished, leaving the victor to take claim to the money that was staked. So yeah, it's basically exactly like the duel arena, but now you have to like trust people. It's kind of a mess, right? It's like the gambling back in the day. Deathmatching takes away from genuine PvP and has become an increasingly common way for players to engage in real-world trading. These activities also encourage the purchase of accounts created and made with the intention of deathmatching. That is 100% the case for sure. Admittedly, it has taken us some time to get to this point, but there has been a good reason for it. Just as people moved from the duel arena to PvP worlds doing what they do now, we'd expect them to do the same thing if we clamped down on it in public spaces. This type of activity would likely move somewhere less visible, and whilst we're sure they'll continue to try, we've been working hard to ensure that we have a robust system in place to accurately detect and punish players participating in this activity, whether they may be within Gielinor, and we're now ready to start acting against those involved. My whole thing is, right, so what if it's like looks like a genuine PvP fight, but then there's just like a max cash stack in the inventory? Like, I really don't know how they would be able to detect this. I mean, I guess if there's like clan chats and Discord servers doing it, I don't really know, but I know this is a huge issue. As of the 15th of August, deathmatching is not allowed and violates the games of chance section in our game rules. Players found to be participating in deathmatching after this date will be subject to the following action. First offense will result in a 3-day ban and wealth removal. Damn, okay. And continued offenses will result in a permanent ban and wealth removal, so you're just screwed either way, right? Rest assured, those of you engaging in typical PvP battles will not be impacted by this change in rules. The team worked hard to specifically highlight those participating in deathmatching and are confident in our systems used to identify them. So is it all going to be programs, I guess, identifying them? Be hard to like pinpoint. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's crazy. So the removal of deathmatching and gambling pretty much fully from the game now, right? I guess like the best way to make money is get really talented at PvP or get really lucky at something like raids or whatever, right? Because that's one of those weird things where if you were gambling, right, like you could easily go from a 10 mil bank up to a billion GP in just a couple of days if you got really lucky, right? Or you could like have a bank that was a billion GP all made from PVM and lose it within a couple of hours, right? That's kind of how it always was. I was never really a big fan of gambling in the game to begin with because there was always that like part of you that was like, I need money to max, and like I was always like, I could just go to the duel arena and get really lucky tonight, or I could lose it all, right? And I know a lot of my friends got really into the flower games back in the day. I don't really know too many people that do deathmatching personally, but it's the same thing. I don't know if all of the activity would be for real world trading. I'm sure there are some people that just like gathering wealth in the game and stuff like that. But it is kind of like a sketchy area, and if there is a lot of real-world trading going on, Jagex does have to make a difference with this, right? But it's going to be weird to not have any of that type of gambling in the game. It's probably a good thing at the end of the day. When I used to play, like, back in 2009, 10, 11, right, I would, you know, a bunch of my friends would be super into the game, doing quests and skilling and, like, leveling their account up. And then they would get so into gambling that that's pretty much all they would do. And, you know, some of them even had like party hats and stuff like that back in the day. And I'd be like, this is crazy that you have this amount of wealth. And then some of them would lose it all and just end up quitting the game, right? So I don't know. This is another reason why I really like playing Iron Man. So you can't do any of this weird shit. Even if you wanted to, you can't, you know what I mean? So I'm for them removing it from the game, but I really don't know what the community will think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.